Nerd On.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the weekly show where I go over some of the most interesting news in gaming. This week we're going to touch base with Final Fantasy VII's development, we're going to take a look at the Steam Summer Sale, and then we're going to wrap it up with some new information on what the developers over at Massive have in store for The Division 2's Endgame. This is GameByte. Alright, so jumping right into it, we have some news about Final Fantasy VII. That's right, Final Fantasy VII, but I'm of course referring to the remake that is slated to come out at some point in the future. We still don't have anywhere near a date, but of course this is only accentuated by a couple of things that was stated by game director Tetsuya Nomura. In an interview with Italian website Multiplayer, Tetsuya stated, "I am well aware of the fact that we announced it too early. Word was beginning to spread that we were working on the game, so we just decided not to keep it more secret and officially reveal it." Now, in addition to that, we also learned during E3 that the game has moved past its conceptual stage and is now in full development. What does this mean? Well, the game has just now begun development, so I wouldn't expect it anytime soon. Last we heard, this will be a multi-game series, so they're going to have to do a lot of work ahead of time before the first one even comes out. So honestly, I wouldn't even expect this until 2022 or maybe even 2023. This is probably going to be on next generation consoles, people. Now, you probably sound surprised, but I'm probably being conservative if we're being honest. Now, as we know with games like Final Fantasy 15, Square isn't always the quickest developer, and with a game like Final Fantasy 7, they're not going to be rushing this one out. Now, of course, that is sad, but you don't have to be bummed out for too much longer, especially if you own a PC, because right now you can get your hands on some awesome new games courtesy of the Steam Summer Sale. It is in full swing, and you can get your hands on some awesome games. Some of the more notable mentions include Dark Souls 3 for just $15, Grand Theft Auto 5 for just under $20, Final Fantasy 15 for $25, Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition for just under $30, and a game you definitely need to check out if you haven't already, Dying Light. The Enhanced Edition is available for just under $20. These deals are definitely not going to last. The Steam Summer Sale ends July 5th, so be sure to get your hands on some of these awesome games. Moving on to the story of the week, we have some more information about how Division 2 is going to be improving the endgame experience. The Division 1 came a few years ago and kind of had a rocky start, but as of the 1.8 update has been massively improved and is sort of adored by a lot of diehard Division fans, and even those who left the game like me back in the day have actually come back and found a new sense of enjoyment, myself included. I am very much excited for Division 2, but of course the big topic is the endgame, as it always is. The campaign is a great experience and it kind of introduces you to the world, but of course the meat of your experience is going to be post-campaign, and the developers over at Massive know this and have focused Endgame to be their #1 priority for The Division 2. So what does this mean? Well, we have a few more details. So first up, there's going to be specializations. After you reach the level cap, you can explore specializations that will define your role within your squad. Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of details into what exactly goes into the specializations, but we do know that it starts with the acquisition of a very special, powerful weapon. We have a choice that we've seen between a crossbow, a 50 caliber sniper rifle, and a grenade launcher. These are going to be what Massive refers to as an expression of power. In an interview with IGN, the developers go on to mention that this will sit as a third weapon slot, so you'll always have it on you, but it will require special ammo that will drop from enemies, so you'll have limited use, but when you get the ammo, you can unleash devastating power. And that is of course going to perfectly complement the increased time to kill. They went on to explain that they agreed that it was a little strange that enemies could take 20 or 30 shots to the head and keep on moving. Now the enemies will take significantly fewer shots to kill. However, when it comes to the big armored enemies, you will notice the armor on their body, so it makes a little bit more sense, and you can see their bullets chipping away at their body armor. Now, of course, the next big topic is, of course, the Division raids. Up until now, we assumed that the Incursions was their version of a raid, but apparently not. Incursions were a pretty big letdown in the Division 1, and this could be simple as a name rebrand just to kind of get people to try it out again, but I genuinely think that they've taken the feedback and have developed a much stronger and much more compelling endgame experience. I mean, raids are supposed to be the sort of pinnacle activity in most games that feature raids, so let's hope that they've actually figured out something pretty cool. Now, aside from that, the biggest topic is going to be how this endgame is going to impact the community. And of course, we know the news that all of the DLC for The Division will be completely free. We have confirmation that they will be dropping 3 separate DLCs within 3 months of each other, and of course that kind of speculates that maybe a Year 2 update might cost some money, but of course they're not ready to talk about that just yet. But it's very good news that at least for the first year of The Division 2, the entire community can enjoy this game together. The Division 2 will arrive March of 2019, but you can expect a beta test shortly before it. Anyways, that brings us to the end of the show. As always, I want to know your thoughts on what you think of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Are you excited for The Division 2? And which games are you going to be getting on Steam throughout this next couple weeks? Let's discuss. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for continued gaming news, and be sure to check out our E3 coverage all over the channel. Thanks for watching, happy gaming, and I will see you all next time.